Live entertainment, games and prizes for the kids, inflatables, animal presentations, tons of yummy concessions, and fun for the whole family. Admission is $18 for adults, $14 for children 3 through 12, toddlers 2 years and younger, and Zoo members get in free. Don't miss the excitement of Zoo Weekend at your Montgomery Zoo, March 16th and 17th.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
With Kevin Elkins in the morning, Dan Bongino for the midday, and Sean Hannity for your afternoon. It's News Radio 1440 all day. Depend on it. News Radio 1440 is WLWI-AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Robert Hur, the former special counsel who investigated President Biden's classified documents case, will answer questions on Capitol Hill today. Many are expected to focus on his characterization of the president as an elderly man with a poor memory. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
He's expected to push back on criticism, saying his characterization of the president's age was fair, accurate, and necessary, according to advanced copies of his testimony.
Former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson.
The Republicans want to use this hearing to present the worst of Biden and do so by getting additional information that's not in the report. But I don't think Hur is eager to do that.
Both President Biden and Donald Trump could clinch their party's nominations today. Primary voters are going to the polls in 4 states: Washington, Hawaii, Mississippi, and Georgia, which proved pivotal in the 2020 elections when it flipped from red to blue. New concerns about Boeing and recent mid-air incidents, including the door panel that ripped away from an Alaska Airlines jet in January. CBS's Chris Van Cleve has new details on an FAA audit of 737 MAX production.
That audit had 89 sections. We've confirmed Boeing failed 33 of them. Regulators finding 97 examples of alleged noncompliance, mostly with Boeing's own best practices.
With his country in the tight grip of violent gangs demanding political power, Haiti's leader, Ariel Henry, has agreed to resign. CBS's Christian Benavidez reports from the other side of the island.
The embattled prime minister has been unable to enter Haiti since trying to return from a diplomatic trip. In fact, he tried to return through right here, the Dominican Republic, but he was turned around, ended up in Puerto Rico.
A cargo ship laden with aid set sail from Cyprus to Gaza today. Correspondent Cami McCormick.
The ship is carrying 200 tons of food. It should arrive in the next 2 to 3 days. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen.
The situation on the ground is more dramatic than ever, and it has reached a tipping point. We have all seen the reports of children dying of starvation. This cannot be.
The U.S., meanwhile, is planning to construct a sea bridge near Gaza to deliver aid. The UN says nearly a quarter of the population is starving.
Move over, Garth Brooks. Morgan Wallen's One Thing at a Time has just notched its 19th week at the top of Billboard's all-genre charts.
Somebody hand me a cigarette.
Wallen breaking the old record set by Brooks in 1991. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and huge nationwide PPO networks. Yeah, you can save a ton, make it better, and then be happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now to get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
Hollywood will pay tribute to the mayor of Margaritaville. Some music superstars are gathering next month to honor the late Jimmy Buffett. The tribute show, called Keep the Party Going, will be one night only at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles, featuring Paul McCartney, Bon Jovi, Sheryl Crow, and Buffett's longtime touring band, the Coral Reefers. Zach Brown and Kenny Chesney will be there too, following their tribute to Buffett at the CMAs. Tickets for the tribute show go on sale Friday. Buffett died of skin cancer last year. He was 76. Monica Ricks, CBS News. Drinking soda, eating cheese puffs, and packaged cupcakes may be harming our brains. A report in the Wall Street Journal points to new research suggesting a link between ultra-processed foods and changes in the way we learn, remember, and feel. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Montgomery, Prattville, Selma, Millbrook, Wetumpka, Tallahassee, Auburn, Opelika. Are you ready for your lucky break? Then today is your lucky day. I want to help you shamrock and roll out in a nicer, newer car you deserve. And you could save up to $3,737 based on the price of the car you pick. Plus, my inventory is doubling and doubling over and over. It's me, Matt Parsley, at Budget Car and Truck Sales Montgomery. We've got the biggest selection of nicer, newer cars this side of the Emerald Coast. If you want a nicer, newer car, van, or SUV, I want to help you shamrock and roll out in a nicer, newer car.
In Margaritaville.
$77. Listen, with my point of people's credit approval process, getting approved is so easy, you'll be dancing a jig. Come on down and you can shamrock and roll out in a nicer, newer car you deserve. With savings up to $3,777 based on the price of the car you pick. But hurry, this deal is done once. I helped 137 people. Get lucky. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. Make your own luck at 61 Mendel Parkway, just off Atlanta Highway. BudgetSaysYes.com. That's BudgetSaysYes.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied with making their satisfaction rate with MediShare.
Me up to the park. I don't care if I never go home. I don't care if I'm here after dark. Take me to the ball game. Let me laugh with the crowd. And it's 1, 2, 3, and you're out in the old ball game. I don't have the patience to watch a baseball game. It's slow. Okay, I got to start doing new things. So what should I do? Fish. Oh, no fishing, brother. No fishing. No fishing. No. We ain't doing fishing. We ain't doing that.
Sponsored by Silk. Feel plenty good by incorporating Silk into your morning routine. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages help bring a daily dose of goodness. They are rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
Another cold start this morning will give way to a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon. High temperatures warmer in the lower 70s. Wind speeds will again be light like yesterday. Tonight, not quite as cold, but still chilly in the lower to middle 40s. You'll want that heavier jacket again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, it's warmer yet again, mid-70s, sun and clouds. Then there's a small chance of a shower or storm Thursday with highs in the upper 70s. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Still no major problems or accidents have been reported that would send anyone on an alternate route. Watch for a disabled vehicle 65 northbound on the ramp to Cobbs Ford Road. That's going to cause some problems at 65 north on the ramp to Cobbs Ford Road. Turnham State is now offering classes in logistics and supply chain management. Registration's going on now. Turnham State, today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. Alabama State Representative John Rogers has agreed to plead guilty in connection to a fraud case. He will plead guilty to conspiracy to commit mail-in wire fraud and conspiracy to obstruct justice. The claim, federal authorities say that Rogers received a $100,000 kickback for giving twice that amount of money to a youth baseball league in 2022. Part of this plea, he agreed to resign from the Alabama House of Representatives. We're just days away from what's known as the greatest show on dirt, the SLE Rodeo is back in Montgomery. The rodeo returns to Garrett Coliseum March 15th through the 17th. Happening this weekend, the Better Business Bureau will hold a free shredding event this Saturday at the Autauga County Commission parking lot on North Court Street in Prattville. It's from 9 a.m. to noon. BBB says to know your documents or 50 pounds worth. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headline.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to
Glass of
MediShare
milk?
to pay for healthcare can
And everybody
save
needs
many
everyone.
families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has been your trusted financial partner. And now we're proud to extend that trust further by introducing Guardian Insurance Services. Whether protecting your home, car, or even your business, we've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with the personalized service you know and love. Call 334-819-7555 for a free quote today. Guardian Insurance Services, building on 65 years of trust, now safeguarding your future.
Summer's here. Temperatures are soaring, and unfortunately, so is the risk of developing skin cancer. The sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can damage your skin if it's not protected properly. So when you're out in the sun this summer, make sure to wear your protective clothing, like hats and long sleeves, and repeatedly reapply sunscreen.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
The news you need, the news you can trust, the news you depend on. News Radio 1440. More at newsradio1440.com. Sometimes you need to reset. Refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Good morning! Yee-hoo-hoo.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again one more day that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440 on your AM dial or newsradio1440.com, or you can get our News Radio 1440 app. I mean, you may not want to listen to me. You may want to listen to a myriad of our other hosts on this station. We love you. We like to be in the car with you every morning. I'm just saying. Good morning to you. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. But either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is March the 12th, 2024. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Courage in Christ.
Our scripture insight today comes from Esther 4:10 through 17. But Esther 4:16 reads, I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, our title is Courage in Christ. Good morning to you. Again, it is March the 12th. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day that once it is gone, it shall never, ever come again. It is a once in a lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get it back. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should do today that you don't. But more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and do the things that you should have that you didn't. And you don't get to undo it. You don't get a do-over. It's a once in a lifetime day. And once it's gone, it's gone. So do your best you can today. Whatever it is that you do the best that you can do. If you've been around a while, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, love, and charity of God, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, do what you can, while you can, for as long as you can, for somebody. Reach back and give them a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live your life. You'll always be successful. You'll fail at a thing or two, we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. Give out if you must, rest if you can, but never, ever give up. And no matter what happens this day, remember this. It is a great day, an absolutely fantastic day to be alive. Courage in Christ. It's March the 12th, 2024. We'll be back.
Hi there, and welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Courage in Christ, was written by Katera Patton. Near the dawn of the 20th century, Mary McDowell lived worlds apart from the brutal stockyards of Chicago. Although her home was just 20 miles away, she knew little about the horrific labor conditions that prompted workers in the stockyards to strike. Once she learned of the difficulties faced by them and their families, McDowell moved in and lived among them, advocating for better conditions. She ministered to their needs, including teaching children at a school in the back of a small shop. Standing up for better conditions for others, even when not directly impacted, is something Esther did as well. She was the queen of Persia and had a different set of privileges than her Israelite people who'd been dispersed throughout Persia as exiles. Yet Esther took up the cause of the Israelites in Persia and risked her life for them, saying in Esther chapter 4, I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish. She could have remained silent, for her husband, the king, didn't know she was Jewish. But choosing not to ignore her relatives' pleas for help, she worked courageously to reveal an evil plot to destroy the Jews. We may not be able to take on massive causes like Mary McDowell or Queen Esther, but may we choose to see the needs of others and use what God has provided to help them. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Esther chapter 4, verses 10 through 17. Then she instructed him to say to Mordecai, all the king's officials and the people of the royal provinces know that for any man or woman who approaches the king in the inner court without being summoned, the king has but one law, that they be put to death, unless the king extends the gold scepter to them and spares their lives. But 30 days had passed since I was called to go to the king. When Esther's words were reported to Mordecai, he sent back this answer: Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? Then Esther sent this reply to Mordecai: Go, gather together all the Jews who are in Susa and fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days, night or day. I and my attendants will fast as you do. When this is done, I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish. So Mordecai went away and carried out all of Esther's instructions. Let's pray. Dear God, please help us to see the people in need around us and give us the courage and the wisdom to help as you've equipped us. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Tony Collier, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America, whom without freedom would not be. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. And we cannot forget about our local heroes, Montgomery Police Department, and as well the officers and gentlemen and ladies who roam the streets of Montgomery. I know it's tough some days. Trust me, I do. Good morning to those guys. Also, good morning to the Montgomery Fire Department, the Montgomery Sanitation Department, whom we all whine about it, but we wouldn't know what to do without them. So keep up the good work, guys. Did I lose it? I miss anybody? Fire Department, who I forget? The Fire Department, Police Department. I miss anybody? Oh, the Sheriff Department. Hey. For you folks who live out there where the cows cross the road and the deers come out at night. We call that the rural area. Sheriff DT Cunningham, not DT. Yeah, where's Cunningham? Yeah. Derek Cunningham. That's right. That's his name. Anyway, only I can call him Derek. I just want y'all to know that. Okay, I'm just saying. And good morning to all the truck drivers going through the state of Alabama or the city of Montgomery. We blow that horn one time for us here. Our job to keep you rolling and keep you yodeling. Don't lay back down in the bed. It's time to rise and shine. You're wasting daylight. And a special shout out to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. Hey, keep that milk the same price, $3 on base. I'm telling you, you need some milk, go out there and get it. Because I went out there and got like 10 gallons of it. It may not last that long though, because I don't know how long. I can't drink 10 gallons that fast, but I got me some though. Not a problem. No problem. Get the milk. Maybe get some of Z. Now Z don't like milk that much. Okay, anyway, well, I'm gonna drink it all at some point. Anyway, it's only $3. Cheap as I found out here was like, what was it? $4.50? Come on, man. If I missed the military for one reason, I could drink all the milk I wanted for free. Yes. Okay, it really wasn't free. I had to give them some years, but you know what I mean. Their motto is Semper Fidelis, but they couldn't pronounce that. So they just cut it short and said Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. To a United States Marine, always faithful. Anybody want to hear the story how the Marine stuck it to me? Anybody want to hear that? One more time? Okay, I won't bother you with the details today. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and of course, time to rise and shine. Well, does it get any better than this in the morning? Now, if you're not awake right now, if you're still trying to get to sleep in the bed, then something wrong with you. Or maybe you just may be old, but I'm old. I'm older. I never call myself old. Okay, if I happen to see 80, okay, then I'm right. I'm yeah. At that point, that's the only time I'm ever gonna call myself old is if I hit 80. Because then I remind myself of Biden. And I mean, listen, don't get me wrong, won't be complaining about it. Okay, I'm just saying. But at some point, you get a little old, get a little older. But right now, I'm in the older stage and not the old stage. Okay. But I'll let you know. As a matter of fact, you guys will probably let me know when I'm in the old stage. So I'm just going to wait on y'all to tell me. Good morning, Jay. Hope this day finds you well. I was looking for the this year's they got well this week's kids who are considered well, they got this thing in the Montgomery Advertiser where people are we're picking one child a month, a week to be the child of the student of the week, and I don't see it anymore. Come on now, I know they haven't gotten rid of it now. Okay, come on now, because I like reading those guys' names on the air because you shouldn't have to play football in order to to get some recognition out here for doing the right thing. So I don't see it, but I'll find it. John Rogers, John Rogers, plead guilty to fraud, resigned from the state legislature. That's the least he could do. But anyway, I'm not mad at him. Okay, I mean he's not the only one. I mean they just catch him every once, they catch him every once in a while, and he's not the only one that did something wrong. I mean, you know, but I think it's a special wrongness when people give you their public trust. I think there's something wrong with that, and I think you're in this so long you begin to believe that you are, well, shall we say, you're more important than you really are. And so I don't know. So that's just one of his. That's just something happened. Like Brubaker used to say, you get in the office so long, when people tell you that your boo boo don't smell, you begin to actually believe it, and you think you can do pretty much anything you want to do. Okay, and that's not true. Okay. What I tell you about calls? Yeah, we do the call because y'all see people out there can't understand that you shouldn't call back and back and back and so we not even gonna go there. Anyway, but we did go back to lessons of life and the word of the day. And the word of the day for the kids in school right now, headed to school this morning, is obeisance. 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 No, 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 not obedient, but obeisance. What does that mean? It is a synonym of homage that refers to an acknowledgement of another's importance or superiority. Obeisance can also mean a movement of the body, such as a bow, showing respect to someone or something. You know how it is when you go to England. They want you to bend down and curtsy and all that stuff to the king. Now, I've never met the king, and I don't. If I got to do all that, if I can't just put a hand out and shake my hand and say, "Hey, what's up, King George?" I'm not doing all that bowing but I'm not going to be obeisant over there. So we're going to leave that alone. But that's what it means, obeisant. Lessons of life today, simple. Simple. And if you learn this, you are going to go far. Okay? If you learn this, lessons of life. Besides it's been a great day to be alive, don't ever think that you are so high that you can't be touched. Because believe it or not, mountains come down. I watched one, Mount St. Helens, back in 1980, 81, whichever year that was. And so don't ever get it twisted, because everybody on top is on there only temporarily. Everybody gets replaced by somebody. Okay, so just remember, don't ever think that you're so high that you can't be touched, because even mountains fall. So I'm just saying, you might want to Think about that today when you go to work and you got that new, what you got that promotion and everything, and you think you king it. Okay, well, sooner or later, there's going to be another king it. It won't be you. So be that. Hal Melvin and the Blue Notes put out a song one time back in the day, and I remember it all the time. He said, the same people you meet going up are the same people you meet coming down. And I got to tell you, coming down is a lot faster than going up. So don't hit your lip on all the people you talked about and did wrong. I'm just saying, just remember, even mountains fall by the wayside. Okay? Okay. So that's the lesson of life today. Don't think you're so high that you can't be touched. Even mountains fall. All right then. What happened on this day? Well, some of the things happened on this day. It was this day in 1864, Lieutenant General Ulysses S. Grant assumed command of the General-in-Chief of the Union armies in the Civil War. 1912 was the year. The Girl Scouts of USA had its beginning in Juliet Gordon Low of Savannah, Georgia, founded the American Troop of Girl Guides, at the time is what they were called. 1914, American inventor George Westinghouse died in New York at the age of 67. 1923, inventor Lee D. Forrest publicly demonstrated his sound on movie film system called phonofilm in New York. 1933, on this day, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt delivered the first of his 30 radio addresses that came to be known as the Fireside Chat, telling Americans what would be done to deal with the nation's economic crisis. Hey, if I don't thank him for anything, who came up with Social Security? That was a good idea. 1938, Auschwitz merging with Austria with Nazi Germany took place as German forces crossed the border between the two countries. In 1947, on this day, President Harry S. Truman announced what became known as the Truman Doctrine to help Greece and Turkey resist communism. In 1955, the legendary musician Charlie Bird Parker died in New York at the age of 34. Also in 1971, Hafez Assad was confirmed as president of Syria in a referendum. 1980, a Chicago jury found John Wayne Gacy Jr. guilty of murders of 33 men and boys. The next day, Gacy was sentenced to death. He was executed in May 1994. It took him 14 years to do it. 1993, Janet Reno, who I think was the worst attorney general we ever had, was sworn in as the first female U.S. attorney general, and I never will forgive her for what happened in Waco, Texas. Okay, a 3-day blizzard that came to be known as the storm of the century became inundated the eastern third of the USA. A series of bombings in Mumbai, India, killed 257 people. The explosions were allegedly masterminded by India's most wanted man, Dawood Ibrahim. Never heard of him. In 2003, Elizabeth Smart, a 15-year-old girl who vanished from her bedroom 9 months earlier, was found alive in Salt Lake City suburb with 2 drifters, Brian David Mitchell and Wanda Barziz. Mitchell is serving a life sentence. Barziz was released from prison in 2018. And it was 15 years ago. Disgraced financier Bernard Madoff pleaded guilty in New York to pulling off perhaps the biggest swindle Ponzi scheme in Wall Street history. 10 years ago, with Ukraine's interim minister, no sense me trying to kill this guy's name, but the last is Yuk. At his side, President Barack Obama said that the United States would completely reject a referendum in Crimea, opening the door for the Ukrainian peninsula to join Russia. In New York City, a gas explosion destroyed 2 5-story East Harlem apartment buildings, killing 8 people and injuring more than 60. 6 years ago, Republicans in the House Intelligence Committee said they completed a draft report conducting what was called, and they came to no conclusion or coordination between President Donald Trump and the campaign Russia. Also, British Prime Minister Theresa May said Russia was highly likely to blame for poisoning a former spy and his daughter in the English cities with a military-grade nerve agent. And we know how that works out. Anyway, Mark Condit died after detonating a bomb in his SUV as officers moved in. After a 46-year career in the Metropolitan Opera in New York, conductor James Levine was fired. After 46 years, you need to be fired. An investigation had found evidence of sexual abuse and harassment. I'm getting figured. I don't even know what sexual harassment is anymore. Look at somebody in the room and, hey, I saw you. I'll leave that alone. A dog died on a United Airlines plane after a flight attendant told the dog's owner to put the pet carrier in the overhead bin. I don't know how the dog died, doing that, but of course I wouldn't want to be put in the overhead bin. I mean, but if it's a ride for free, I would deal with the discomfort. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to. All right, anyway, so those are some of the things that have happened on this day. There are a lot of things going on. Anybody hear what happened over in Mobile? I'll tell you about that literally there. Yeah, in Mobile. Mm-hmm. Oh, here's one more thing. Let's see who this is. Yes. Like I didn't know it was you. Didn't I say I wouldn't take calls this hour? Didn't I say that already? Yeah, but y'all keep calling back, and we just ain't gonna have that. So, but then you spend the rest of the morning keep calling back. Yeah, you have. We heard you. We I know your voice. Well, that's okay. People say things wrong every day. Anyway, what's on your mind since I got you? All right, there, Mr. Ed. Now, here's the deal. We're probably not going to take 2-minute calls. But if I say call, then that's good because y'all wear me out. You don't follow the rules, okay? But I still don't see the thing with the kids. Okay, I got to take this break, and I'm going to see if I can find the kids who've been submitted for the student of the week. And if schools don't get involved in this, it's a shame on them. But your football players and your basketball players are, they get the news all the time. So I'm just saying we need to look out for these kids. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got right. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, what week is this? Da, 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 da. Okay, I got it. So when we come back, we're gonna give you the what do you call it, submissions of a student from Montgomery in the metro area, students of the dominant for students of the week. Okay, so we'll return in a few minutes. Hope the good Lord says the same. And don't y'all go no place. We'll come back. And I don't know why I love the Long Ranger still. I do. I love the Long Ranger. It is just a good ship. Even after all these days, the Lone Ranger can still walk around with a mask on and he don't go to jail. And he had his mask before COVID came. Okay? So if y'all think we the first people to come up with masks, no, we're not. The Lone Ranger came with one a long time ago. Okay? That's my hero. Okay. Now the only one, my hero used to be Tarzan. Okay. Used to be Tarzan. But then I said, okay, so let me get this right. A white guy in a diaper swinging from tree to tree. We got the lions and the elephants, and the giraffes, and everybody obeying him. Okay. But, yeah, as I got a little older, I said, now that didn't make no sense at all. That's what the diaper on in the middle of the jungle with all them snakes and all them thorns and all that stuff. No. So, yeah, growing up has really kind of messed up my mind when it comes to targets. White guy, white country, lions, giraffes, elephants, and he controlling them all. What is diaper on? I don't know. Look at that.
Your forecast. News Radio 1440.
Celebrate Vice Staples Store. With a big sale means the money print the money spend. Get $20 off your print purchase of 100 or more. 50 off your print purchase of 200 or more. And 100 off your print purchase of 300 or more. Offers for sale. See staples.com/print for details. Print more, save more at Staples.
Another cold start this morning will give way to a mix of sunny clouds this afternoon. High temperatures warmer to the low 70s. Wind speeds will again be light like yesterday. Tonight, not quite as cold, but still chilly in the lower to middle 40s. You'll want that heavier jacket again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow it's warmer yet again. Mid sunny clouds. Here's a small change. So it's on Thursday with highs in the 70s. That's the first forecast. I'm meteorologist.
Montgomery's Car Watch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
The Rainbow Six Siege Invitational witnessed the best grand finals in game titles history 2 weeks ago. The largest event of the year with $3 million on the line saw Fake Clan face off against W7 in the finals. Those watching around the world knew that this was going to be a matchup for the ages. However, probably an understatement from what went down. Going the distance, tying all 5 rounds, heading into overtime for the final round, W7 took home the win and the crown champions after a grueling 5-hour series.
The DIY, the two industries of the very first off, it just lines in for more than 35 years, just lines has been the trusted source for quality industry. Whether isolation filters, blinds, shades, outdoor shades, or custom breakers, this one offers complimentary in-home consultation with the most wonderful staff with the most wonderful in all the area. I'm here to serve you with the I want to provide you with the building or online, go to the
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project, never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org. For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with brilliance. So we build special adaptive homes and homes for veterans. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided more free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too. And it's important mission. Please visit HFOTUSA.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
You don't hear the radio accident at IRS. They tell you to be scared
and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2794. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ for the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. Only becomes nothing else to do. And visit us online or call 800-575-2794. That's 800-575-2794. Tax Relief Advocate. Real solutions for real people.
Are you ready for your lucky break? And today is your lucky day. I want to tell you, Shamrock and Roll Out. Nicer new car, you deserve it. And you can save $2,737 based on the price of the car you pick. What's wrong with it? If you want Mendel Parkway, just enthusiast.com.
News Radio 1440 is everywhere you are. Online. NewsRadio1440.com and on our app. You can also listen on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
You know, I'm getting grief about not taking calls the first hour, which I really want to. But some people they just break the rule. You know, if you call the first hour, and I'm gonna try this one more time because some people give me the grief about this. You can only call back in the third hour. Now that's how it works. I don't mind doing that, but you can't call back. You can't call the first hour, second hour, and third hour. Okay, what do you do? That's why I'm gonna play this. If you mess it up, I'm just gonna ban you. I don't mind people want to get their off their chest on the way to work this morning. Might want to talk about their boss or something like that. I'm just saying, but let's play by the rules. Okay? Because some of y'all pretty much say the same thing in the morning. Okay, I only know one person who does that. Still. Anyway, good morning to you. All right, hey, the Montgomery Avatar, and what gets me here is that, and the 860-1440 number. Okay, I'm gonna try to one more time. I had a text that said, well, that makes the show. Which I agree with you. I'm pretty good at making the show just by myself. Well, I agree with you. But still, you gotta play the rule. So if you call in the first hour, which I don't care, you have to wait till the third hour to call. Okay? Which means you can't call again until the 9 o'clock hour. I'm just saying. All right then. So, what gets me about the Montgomery Advertiser Student of the Week, I only see 3 people here. Look at all these high schools around here, and I'm only seeing representatives from let's see, Lanier, Loveless, and Prattville. What? I mean, we can't get nominations from Percy Julian or Carver or what's some other schools they got? Rubik. We can't seem to get, we can't seem to get people. I mean, I heard Melvin and others say that he likes what's going on at Percy Julian. Saw that in the paper the other day. I'm good. Talk to my son, Melvin. Talk to my son, and maybe you didn't see the part he see. Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to him. I'll bring him up to y'all. You can talk to him about why he gives me the blues, and it's so bad for him. He does not want to come over there and graduate next year. Okay, now I will admit to you that my son's a little bit spoiled. Okay, he's not used to being around lots of people and all that stuff, and they may get on his nerve a little bit here. I just said, come on, man. Them people like to work for you at some point in time. So sometimes I do think he goes a little bit overboard. I will give you that one. I will. There's not as many fights over there this year as there were last couple of years. So I'm going to give the new principal credit for that one, Mr. Ibrahim Lee. Good job on that one. But my son is complaining just in the classroom. There's just too much noise sometimes. I don't know what noise is to him, because when you get an older child at home, it's kind of difficult. You don't have no noise. So I don't know. He got his own little room, got all his computers and all that stuff. And You don't have to put up with nothing. So when he gets to school, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's culture shock. maybe that's what it is. 7:49 in the morning. So let's get anyway. We still I don't even see Percy Julian on the list today. I don't even see it. So come on, we don't have to do kids over there too. Okay. So I'm just saying that. Oh, that's why you only have three submissions. Anyway, so we need to the principals of all these schools need to get together and let's put some of these kids let's highlight some of these kids, except the ones that only play football and basketball. Okay, that's why I don't mind taking a little time out of this most popular show here and acknowledge these young folks because if they were doing something bad, we find them in the newspaper and I would wear them out. Okay, so I'm glad to have this portion of the show because this is good stuff. And the nominees for 311 Student of the Week is Micaiah Austin, Sydney Lanier High School, a senior at Lanier. Micaiah plans to major in social work in college next year and ultimately help kids heal their traumas. Get to that. I'm still suffering. Elizabeth Johnson, Loveless Academic Magnet Program High School. According to her teachers and peers at Lance, Elizabeth operates at a superhuman level. She reminds me of me. She is not only an accomplished ballerina who performs annually in the Nutcracker with the River Kitchen Dance Company, but she is also a tutor for freshmen in AP World History during her lunch period. Okay, then. I live with that. So why do you need tutoring so what is AP history? I mean, okay, so like that. Okay. So does that mean we go deep behind the lines of AP history? I mean, okay, somebody can explain it to me later on. All right, who is this? Yes, yes. That's what you know. Yes. Well, the mayor, wait a minute. I got to kiss up to the mayor. I'm not saying that. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't hear you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can hear you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's a garbage can. I never do that. I never put stuff in bags. Well, you did. No. All right. All right. Okay. But now that I agree with. Anyway, got a couple minutes left. Elizabeth Johnson, Love's Academic Magnet Program High School, according to her teachers and peers at Lamp, Elizabeth operates at a superhuman level. She is not only an accomplished ballerina who performs annually at the Nutcracker at the River Region Dance Company, but she is also a tutor for freshmen in AP World History. And again, I know what AP is. I know what it is. But the problem is, history is just history. You can't. There's going to be advanced history. I mean, it is what it is. I just knew that. Yeah. Maybe they go deep into the recesses and look at what happened before what happened and figure out if what had happened before what happened hadn't happened, would that have happened? Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know what advanced history is. I mean, it either happened or it didn't happen. But anyway, from Prattville High School, for all you students at Montgomery, we only got 3 submissions. Come on, people. We always talk about our kids and how bad some of them are bad as hell, but not all of them. So let's get these, and you shouldn't have to be just a magnet program to get this thing. The great kids going to First Julie, the great kids going to Carver, the great kids going everywhere around this town. Okay? I just run the ones who make the news are the ones I don't like. I'm talking the bad news. Grayson Gazelle, Prattville High School. Grayson is a model student who has above a 4.0 DEA and is a Prattville High School cheerleader and is a dancer with main dance. M-A-N-U. Just like brothers. She is one of the most helpful students on campus, the faculty, staff, and students. So those are your submissions for this week. I guess okay, I'm gonna start calling out school for this week. Okay, put the kids' names in. Grayson Gazelle from Prattville High, Elizabeth Johnson from Lamp, and one more, Micaiah Austin from Sidney Lanier High School. Okay, I'm just saying, y'all might want to. I know a lot of people don't read the advertising, well, you may need to read it. Okay, you can go online and get it. Okay, I'm just saying, submit the kids' names. I mean, you know what? All those years of high school, my name never made the news. They never called my name, except the time I stole that 10-speed bike, ended up in the paper. But other than that, I didn't make it to the paper. So let's do some nice things for our kids today. So, how many high schools in the city of Montgomery? Send me a list of all the high schools. I'm gonna call all the principals. Yeah, let's get this party started. And you go online and you can vote for these kids. And come on. Sometimes this may be the only acknowledgement that they get as being super students. Okay, so let's not wear it out there. Let's talk to let's get them in the newspaper. Okay, and maybe you may change somebody's life. I mean, you may change people's perspective on school and all the hard work that they did. Come on, man. Come on, okay, that's another conversation. Hey, who's this? Okay, then. You see, that's the problem. But that's okay. All right, now take a break, and we'll be back. We'll go mentor. Okay, so Micaiah Austin, Elizabeth Johnson from Loveland, Micaiah from City Lanier, and the last one, Grayson Gazelle from Prattville High School. Those are your students of the week starting yesterday until Thursday. You go to Montgomery Advertiser online, or you go yeah, and you can vote for these kids. Okay, I already voted for the one. For the one I think I want anyway. I don't have the. Yeah, I don't know anybody. I'm waiting for my son's name to show up from first to do it. I think we need to call over there and say, let Z Elkins be one of the students. He won't say nothing to anybody, so that's why he never gets noticed. He just goes to school, minds his own business, and leaves school. Okay, I want him to get one of these things too. We'll be back. Yes, you know you call it my cell phone. Oh, yeah, yes it is. Yes. Something about a garbage can or something. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Happening this weekend, the Better Business Bureau will hold a street writing event this Saturday at the Republican parking lot on North Fourth Street. Nashville. 9 a.m. to noon. He says, "You look at your documents and sort of come to that. It's just a counselor. As Williams will
News Radio 1440 WLWI-AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 83 FM, Montgomery, Alabama.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Former special counsel Robert Hur is set to testify on Capitol Hill today on his investigation into President Biden's handling of classified documents and sidebar findings about Mr. Biden's age and confidence. CBS News has reviewed transcripts. Correspondent Weijia Zhang is at the White House.
Hur pressed Biden about how classified material ended up in his former Washington office and home in Wilmington, Delaware, going back to his time as senator and vice president. Biden explained he would leave papers on his desk and staff members would come in to clear them after he was done. He said he did not know how boxes of classified material ended up in his personal space, like in his garage.
The transcripts show Hur will stand by his findings. The 81-year-old president has significant memory limitations. Mr. Biden will have to grapple with a just-released report showing inflation is still a challenge for Americans. Consumer prices picked up again last month. Compared to a year ago, they increased 3.2%. Both civil rights and the state of attorneys and the state of Florida are claiming victory after a settlement on classroom discussions about gender and sexual orientation. CBS's Peter King from Orlando.
Settlement means Florida education officials will notify schools the law doesn't prohibit discussion as long as it's not part of classroom instruction. Books with LGBTQ characters and topics can stay in school libraries as well under the same conditions. There are no restrictions on groups like gay-straight alliances.
Haiti's prime minister has agreed to step down amid a massive wave of gang violence. The World Food Program, Jean-Martin Bauer, is worried.
What we need is a return to security, we need stability, we need humanitarian access.
Those gangs are demanding government control. Britain's royal family can't shake Photogate. Her edits on a picture of Kate Middleton and her 3 kids are raising new concerns about her health. CBS News royal contributor Tina Brown.
Why it might not put me halfway on a 50-second Zoom saying,
Right.
I'm here, I'm fine. Now, the kind of hiding that they're doing it seems excessive to me.
The Princess of Wales has been home since abdominal surgery in January. They've got a problem. Police headquarters in New Orleans.
The rats eating or marijuana, they're all haunted.
Police Chief Ann Kirkpatrick says the Snowden rodents have gotten into evidence rooms and eaten the goods. On top of that, she says the building's overrun with roaches, broken elevators, and doesn't have any AC. Officers could be in a new building this summer. S&P futures are up 33. Dow futures ahead 128. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. That's progressive.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with right skills, sends you great matches, and you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate. ZipRecruiter.com/free. To try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Attention business owners. Stop wasting money on rent and start building up equity by owning a custom designed building from General Steel. Over 4 decades, General Steel has been trusted by small business owners and the Fortune 500. Call us today at 866-95 Steel for your fast construction, low maintenance, high quality building at an affordable price, starting with a small deposit. Business owners like you are taking advantage of early spring weather and getting a head start on their projects. This surge in demand will extend the project timelines. Be ready to build this spring. 866-957-8335.
Today is Equal Pay Day. March 12th is a symbolic day used to raise awareness about and fight against pay inequity. Emphasized is how far into each year a woman must work to earn as much as a man earned in the previous year on average. In 2024, women earn an average of 16% less than men and earn 84 cents for every dollar a man makes. The National Committee on Pay Equity urges the wearing of red today to symbolize how far women and minorities are in the red when it comes to their pay. Jennifer Hunter, CBS News. Beyonce has recorded her 1973 hit Rolling and put it here on her country alone new release, March 29th. If it is, Beyonce won't be the first to cover it. If you is Beyonce, granddaughter Miley Cyrus. Award session the decade ago. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Share works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nation. Yeah, really. Much better. Happy with how you're taking care of it. If you're self-employed, you're happy with it. You call it right now, you get a price for 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a
Okay, we're back. 8:07 in the morning. I have a good time this morning. All right, now I'm done with the student of the week thing, but we'll go with it from now to today, Tuesday, tomorrow, then Thursday. We'll figure out the week. Anyway, but we need more than 3 students. Okay, come on, we got more than 3 kids in our school. Recognition for some of the things that they do. You know, if you went out and robbed somebody, his name be all in the paper. It's me. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, also, I did check on George Hardwick. One of his relatives said he's doing better. I don't know what better means, but he's not doing worse. So that's good. He's doing better. So we'll have to. I'm going through back channels because I know I don't want to go up there and bother him or anything like that. So he just tells you the word that he's okay to have visitors that are not family. So we're checking on him, and they say he's getting better. Okay? So I'm getting student of the week thing right there. Now, one more thing. I heard all these people giving Senator Britt all this grief. And she should have said this, and she should have said that. It reminds me of a story. There was these 3 guys in a boat. They're just going across the pond, and all of a sudden, Jesus Christ came up to them walking on the water. And the three guys looked at Jesus and said, "Why, you can't ride with us? You can't get in the boat with us?" You know, okay. So no matter who you are, no matter what you do, there is someone who is going to complain about it. So I hope she doesn't take it personal. We are contrarians at the end of it. You could have had Jesus Christ give the response to Biden, and somebody would have complained that he didn't say enough, or he didn't talk about this, and he didn't talk about that. Okay? So I'm just saying, Katie, keep up the good work. Even though I've called that office 14 times trying to get on the show, she always end up on the other side of town. I ain't mad at her. You know, she should probably listen and think I'm black. I'm a Democrat. Okay? No. We don't roll that way. Although I don't really roll too much with the Republicans. But if I had to roll with somebody, if I just had to do it, I'd go with the Republicans. But I'm kind of like Gandhi. I like the Republican philosophy, but some of the Republicans I ain't too crazy about. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. You want to get a call? There's no prohibition on calling this out or anything like that. But I'm just thinking, you know, we can't, you can't please everybody. So I thought her speech was, I mean, it wasn't, it did not stir my gray matter to think deeply and cogitate on most of the things she said. But however, I didn't find her, it was sensible. I mean, I'm not sure she got a couple things wrong. So do I. So do you. I'm just saying, get a woman a break. Okay? She's still better to look at than Biden, but we good. 860-1440 is the number. We got a lot of things we can get into today, but we will. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Oh, no, she did a good job. Yeah. 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 Well, maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't. Well, you would think, but they don't. You know, I mean, they just don't do it all the time. They look, yes, but it's only a lie. Wait a minute, it's only a lie if you know it's a lie and you need to mislead people. Do you know how old that one? You know, yeah, hmm, yeah. Hmm. Okay, that's it. Well, and maybe she thought it was. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Wait. What was that you said? Kept saying, you know, that's an Ebonics thing right there. You said I wasn't supposed. How'd you put that? I didn't suppose. I got it. I hear you. Okay. Let me ask something. Did it change the world? Right. Right. Yeah. Well, that's true, but again, we can't please everybody all the time. Yeah. 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 I think, yeah. Well, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, but I'll tell you, since we have our own, we don't need to be importing it. Yeah. Hmm. We do. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. 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 Well, all right. Number five, brother. Number five. All right. Here we go. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Wow. Hmm. Oh, I doubt she wrote her own speech, but I'm pretty sure she read it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Whatever. I mean, she probably didn't comprehend everything she read. Uh, well, that's true, but we're all human. No, I'm just saying, no matter who did it, no matter who read that speech, whatever speech it was, we would have had something to complain about. Oh, okay. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Mm. Okay. Mm. Mm. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Yeah. I agree. Me too. Yeah. Hmm. No, in the 20s, I think. Yeah. I got you. I got you. Yeah. 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 I gotta run. I got you. I gotta run. I gotta run. I gotta run. That's pretty good. Turn it off. Good morning. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Goodbye. Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. So you didn't like their speech either. Yes, you made a couple of gags, but I mean you didn't. Yeah, the mature people. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Right. 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 Mm-hmm. The U.S. Yeah. 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 No, I didn't see that. Were they military? I did. Okay, I didn't know those. Okay, okay, yeah. Well, we certainly need to honor their sacrifice. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, they sure. Oh, yeah, they certainly do. As a matter of fact, got to take a break, but yeah, we try to at least give them uh, honor those people who die in the pursuit and the duty of protecting this nation. And so we'll. Wow, I didn't realize that. So many things to read and so many things I feel. Anyway, got to take a break. We'll be back uno momento. Okay, so don't go no place because we shall return in a few moments. All right, we'll be back.
Turn up your radio. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute. If Henry comes in third in Iowa, second place in the two-person race in New Hampshire. You can't compete with Obama because you lose there. And South Carolina, the home state, is down by a massive amount in terms of real politics average, down by 30. Tell me the path that Haley is going to take to get her to victory, because I think that's the question they need to be asking themselves. Look, unless she can pull off the upset of all upsets and win her home state, that would be a game changer. But when you're down in the polls, you have to poll by 30 points. I don't recall in my lifetime somebody being able to hold the two such a wide margin. Check out the show on the radio show later today. Many great candidates are being the needle on his side, but we need to get this to the it's not because I know we actively got this getting place qualified candidates. But that is not. So now everything is moving around. Hey, ZipRecruiter finds you with the stuff. Meanwhile, 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter have already candidate with you first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Ventures taking the pace for your career. We're like you, too much fast food, not enough exercise. That's why I take full greens. The fruits and vegetables and greens from farms, kidneys, and metabolites and oils. And you graze this is your doctor and that is your improved health. Real money back. Get the leaders show up with promo code radio at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code radio at fieldofgreens.com.
Oh, that's the relation.
We've got the biggest selection of nicer, newer cars this side of the Emerald Coast. If you want a nicer, newer car, van, or SUV,
Okay, we're back. It is 8:28 in the morning here on News Radio 1440. Whatever on your mind. Now, I wanted to do a survey today, but I'm probably going to say it for crap. Because, Americans, we have become fanatical in our complaints. And that's right. Some days that's me too. Because I guess when you feel like there's nothing you can do, you just complain about everything. Good morning on there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't have any problem with it. I'm taking it for any human being that steps on every once in a while, and we all do. So, I mean, it was a mistake, and she apologized and let it go. Okay, I think it was a mistake. Well, contributing that to Biden. Well, I don't know. Okay, if you didn't figure that out yet, we shouldn't be talking. I think it was a mistake, and she apologized for it. So what else is she supposed to do? I think it was a mistake. Sure, it still happens today. I got you. Happens to me too. Oh, there you go. There you want to go back. There you want to go back. But leave it alone, brother. It was it. Yeah, you living in the past. And it is. Yeah. Well, not everything. Okay. We talk about it all the time, but what is your message? What is your message? And so you talked to her since that day, and you know, okay, okay. Everybody uses in Washington D.C. everything politically. That's what everybody does that. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's it. All right. All right. Appreciate it. I guess. I guess. I understand. Oh, we got some more money being sent to Montgomery by the Department of Transportation. We are sending $36.6 million to improve the Selma to Montgomery Trail. Now, I'm saying, so what? I'm saying, so what? How does that help the folks on the trail? Okay, seriously, look, we got people. What they need is $36 million given to Selma to upgrade some of them folks' living quarters down there, as well as Montgomery something. So we're gonna waste more money on things rather than people. So U.S. Department of Transportation grants $36.6 million. Okay, to the Selma to Montgomery. We all know how to get from Selma to Montgomery. What road is that? 80, whatever it is. So how is $36 million going to help the folks who live on that road? That's what I want to know. We always build it. We are. If we're not trying to save old buildings, we're trying to undo past history. Okay, with money. But the folks who lived it, the folks who lived that history, catching hell today because Selma, did you know that the median income for Selma, Alabama is $18,000? Now, $18,000 in today's economic market probably is about $10,000 a year. Okay, really, inflation. As a matter of fact, inflation just went up. They tell me in the last 3 months. So $36 million. I wonder what they're going to do. I mean, it's going to. We going. That's a hell of a lot of paving. Are we just talking about paving the road, or what are we talking about? Are we talking about upgrading people's lives who live through this and go to Selma? It looks like someplace in Appalachia. Sometimes been there too. So why can't we take that $36 million and anybody down there that needs a roof, anybody down there that needs their house worked on, and we got some of that in Montgomery. Why can't we use money for that? To help the. We always talk about what happened in the past, but the people who made that history are catching hell now because we almost forgot about it. Okay, so $36 million to improve the Selma to Montgomery Trail. What about the people who live on the trail? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by that. Not at all. And that's like that money that's supposed to went down to Selma years ago to get the internet in the rural areas. Yeah, that hasn't happened yet either. Okay. I'm not. So I would imagine that the $36 million is going to come here, and it's probably going to end up like that. Like who's the guy that just got guilty the other day? We give money to companies, and then the companies turn around and write us a check. Okay. So somebody probably getting some of this money, but I guarantee you, it won't be the people who benefit for the most part. Won't be the people who live on the trip. Okay. I'm just saying. I mean, listen. I mean, you would think that some aspiring entrepreneur got money would put something on that trail and make money out of it. You know. So I don't know. It ought to be a civilian policy. Unless we can help the Ukrainians, or we can help the Gaza. We can help everybody. But when it comes to helping the poor folks in Alabama or in the United States, we put so much minutia on the restriction of how to use money. And overseas, they get new houses with the poor people's money, and the poor people can't get a break. I'm just telling you, I don't care nothing about the Senate of Montgomery Trail, okay? Because the people who made it happen are still pushing it. 8:38, good morning. So you have to take that money, take it back where you got it from. Good morning, who's this? They're not gonna help people with their houses falling down. I read something. Wait a minute. I did read some of it, and nothing on there. Wait a minute, nothing on. Not we done. Nothing on there said they're gonna help the people. They're gonna help the people on the trail. There's nothing there. Mhm. Oh yeah. Hmm. 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 I ain't upset. I'm not upset about anything. I'm not. I, yeah. You talking about okay, and yeah. No, again. None of us are perfect. She made a mistake. Let it, well, Biden can't speak without lying. I don't know how long she worked for. It wasn't I didn't get a check, so I didn't worry about it. Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, that helps us. That helps a quality of life in Montgomery. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait. The funding comes from the U.S. Department of Transportation. It's called what's it called? Neighborhood Access and Equity Grant Program. Yeah, okay. But again, does it help anybody on the trail? Does it help the folks who live on the trail? Okay. Officials say that the project will rework a building and a brownfield site into locations for microgrids and charging stations for the public and public transit. Now, I haven't, I don't know how that helps the folks who live down there, but they got houses leaking. What's going on with the building? I'm not going to insult myself by telling you what it means. No. No. See, the smartest guy on the radio, and you have the unmitigated gall to ask me some simple stuff. Listen, ask me something difficult. That is below my willingness to respond. It insults my intelligence. I understand. I appreciate that. Gonna take my break. We'll be back. Right? I think I am. I'm the smartest guy in town for no reason. We'll be back.
Like yesterday. I was so chilly in the morning. We'll have that extra package tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, warmer yet again, mid 70s, sun and clouds, and there's a small chance of a shower or storm Thursday with highs in the upper 70s. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sabry for News Radio 1440.
Brought to you by It's All About on News Radio.
Right now, things are looking good. Idea. And anyone on and off. Just in time, someone wants to drive.
Couple of clicks on Amazon. Items delivered in a day or two. Alexa, I use radio 1440. Comes to
Getting quality employees for positions in the company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right.
And feeling your best again with Nabai. AGE.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them, gosh, this thing is amazing.
Available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. As a matter of fact, Montgomery has been the place of some brownfields. I think they call them, and that's what they call cleans or whatever the case may be. They had an issue some years ago with contamination in some of our dirt. And I guess we got to figure out what to do with those places. I guess. But anyway, 820 the number here. I'm going to go and talk with everything in mind this morning. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. I don't know. I don't know, but he had something. Yeah. But now we don't know that for sure. So that's not the yeah. hmm but I'm sure there are prescription drugs though that can help a brother out. Yeah, yeah. That's a whole different show. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he also made it popular to be a guy to go to public school with a dress on. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I bet. I tell you, Michelle. Good morning, on air. Well, you know what? It should be going to fun to have some of the folks down there that help fix their home. I know it's not. I know it's not. Yeah, I did read it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what do they need charging heads for. Oh, they got $70,000 cars down there. No, I haven't seen them. I Yeah, I know. Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Chevrolet. Well, my son was in private school. Right. Well, we all know the answers to that. Yeah, yeah. Well, what can I tell you? At some point, I, listen, they don't know. I know $1 trillion, but they don't know what the budget is yet. It ain't 7 trillion. Okay. So I mean, they just yeah, yeah. We all we gotta do is print some more money. We'll be all right. All right, then. Appreciate it. And again, no matter what interests people, there's always going to be interest someplace else with other people. So let people have their interest. But I don't personally think we've spent too much time criticizing that woman. She's not the president of the United States. She's just a senator, a new one, a young one at that, as a matter of fact, and learning her way around. Okay, so I wouldn't, I don't have, I mean, she made a mistake. So what? We all do. It bothers me at all. Like this young lady that they want to, that the attorney general wants to give her a year in jail and $18,000 fine. She made a mistake. She did something stupid. Okay? She shouldn't have did it. There ought to be consequences for what she did. But putting somebody in jail, uh, putting them in an environment that will do them will only do them harm. Uh, I can't see how we are helping that young lady if we want to put her in jail for a year. I don't see how that's helping at all. Good morning. Good morning. Can I just get in talk to you a little longer? I got plenty of things to pass out, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It is 8:56 in the morning, 8:57 actually, and so well, how fast it is. Did she tell me she wasn't going to call back? Did you tell me that? Are you gonna, did you tell me? I can't hear what I'm saying. Anyway, let's have a serious talk about something. It's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time for the conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real, recovery is real, and if you or your family member or a friend is suffering from substance use disorder, please call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. 262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. Or go to COSA, NCABD.org. Okay? Get the help you need today. So call COSA, the Council on Substance Abuse. That number is 334-262-1629, and get the help you need right now. Because it not only affects you, it affects your family, your friends, and every person that cares about you. Okay? It's a tough way to live a life. Let's do something about it. Call COSA, 334-262-1629. Thank you very much. And we'll be back with more info in a minute so we can have another hour. I'm not sure what, but it'll come to. For doing us a favor.
This Happy Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Godfrey, breaking news from the White House. President Biden has just released a statement on the death of a dual American Israeli soldier at the hands of Hamas. Correspondent Tammy McCormick with our top story. The president said in a statement that I take Chad was killed by Hamas during the October 7th attack, and he and the First Lady joined the family in grieving the tragic loss. Mr. Biden also affirmed his pledge to bring all hostages home. This leaves 5 American men still being held. The former special counsel who investigated President Biden's maybe some capital hill. CBS News has reviewed the transcript and said not today, Washington, Hawaii, Mississippi, and Georgia. WSB's Jonathan O'Brien reports from Atlanta.
Carol Baird from Fulton County says she's behind Biden all the way.
It's a job interview to me. It's not a personality popularity contest.
President Donald Trump says the state's going to hire his own supporters to look to open.
And sunrise is on a brand new day for Georgia and for America.
After months of progress, rising gas prices put inflation up. And great smart camera.
Year over year, the CPI is at 3.2%, more than expected, and the most since December. But that's down from a 40-year high of 9.1% in June of 2022.
And the study finds most automotive manufacturers can still go far enough to make sure they're paying attention to the road ahead. For highway safety.
We think it's really important for these systems to be designed in such a way that they are safe.
Only 1 in 14 performed well enough to earn an acceptable rating. Former New York baseball star is marking his 67th birthday in the hospital today. Former Met and Yankee Darryl Strawberry is recovering from a heart attack in St. Joseph's Hospital in Lake St. Louis, Missouri. After he was posted in the hospital bed, he was happy and honored to report all is well. The Darryl is 47 points. This is CBS News.
People Riley Auto Parts provide your part here to use. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people and Riley Auto Parts.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, post-hand breath, interrupted sleeping, groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion making Jenna miserable. Then a friend recommended Levon. Levon provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, washing your nasal passages and sucking up mucus and other airborne irritants. Levon is also made easy to sleep well. Well, I have to go back and start breathing and feeling your best again with Lavage. L-A-V-A-G-E.
This thing is amazing.
Lavage is available at Lavage.com. Or welcome to CPSA.
2 deaths for the Fort at a dog race.
The excitement at the Iditarod Trails blood dog race in Alaska has been tempered with where the 2 dogs have died. They collapsed in efforts to revive them further. And that's prompted the animal rights group PETA to call for an end to the race, calling it despicable. There will be post-death examinations. The 2 mushers involved voluntarily quit the event. That's in line with Greek rules. The last dog death at the Iditarod was in 2019. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
New Orleans Police Chief Ann Kirkpatrick says there's a problem at headquarters. Rats getting high from eating the goods in the evidence room.
When we say we value our employees, you can't say that and at the same time allow people to work in conditions that are not acceptable.
She says the building's also overrun with roaches. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
What's new in the world of window treatments? I'm Ben here with Just Blinds in Prattville with the answer. Motorization, and more motorization options than ever before. Any window treatment we offer at Just Blinds can easily be motorized and customized to your preferences, including shades, blinds, drapery, and yes, even shutters. All easily programmed to your smartphone and essentially any brand of home automation system. To learn more about motorization options, visit us at Just Blinds in Prattville or online at gojustblinds.com.
Alexa smart speakers are great because you don't have to turn a dial or push a button to listen to News Radio 1440. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
I'm on it.
You're good to go.
son will be married. Okay. How come we cannot have music like this anymore? What's happening? What? There's nobody out there can sing like this anymore? I'm just saying, there's something wrong with our music. I'm just saying. This is stuff that makes you sleep well at night. It's dramatic. Oh, what a group, what a group, what a group. Yeah, we don't have that kind of record. We need now not I've never been to a concert. I've never been to a concert, never been to a basketball game, never been to a football game, just didn't do nothing fun. But I will tell you, now I would go to a concert if I could get music like this. Yeah, like this is dramatic. I ain't talking about I'll take the old guys. I ain't talking about the people who wanna sing like them, but I would go to a concert. Anyway, ever know any place where they put groups like this together? I'll even drive up there. Yes, sit out there in the crowd, listen to it. Oh, oh, that was back in the day. Little Al Green. Al Green, though, became a preacher. And, he had to put down that, you know, let's stay together. He had to put that one down. Okay. All right. Anyway, 860-14 person number here. Want to go to talk to you. Let's see who's on the phone here. Good morning. Who's this? Right, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Don't tell me about where you live. You're in trouble. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Help the brothers out. Good morning. Who's this? Now they're gonna get a notice today, so you can't take money for citizens. Oh, good morning. That's right. Yeah. Ed, is that it? Okay. Ed. You really just have to worry. I'm right there, but you really have to worry about you and not anybody else. You got to worry about you. Wait, you got to worry about what you give God. Do you give God credit? Okay, I get you. I got you. I appreciate it. Good morning. This, yeah. Mhm. I understand. And and the first thing he's gonna ask you, where's your computer at? Hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nobody got anything, Morgan County is out of North County in the state of Alabama. And some of those guys, they get all kinds of things. They can bargain and get out of it and go spend the money that this guy. But why do the stuff the fact that the bribe, here we go again. There's lots and lots of stuff we can do. Or we could just buy the taxes. That's in the early 70s. Buffalo Springfield had a song called Stop Now, what's that sound? Everybody was we used to say to each other in our platform shoes as people going to protest the war, I actually what I do is I have to say, don't ever buy the taxes. Look at it. See what it's really all about. Anyway,
All right, appreciate it. Speaking of, mhm. Good. One of the things, the U.S. Department of Transportation, of course, we were talking about this $36.6 million to improve Selma to Montgomery. Now, something, unless something that is extraordinary happens in Selma, Extraordinary. Now let's see what the money is going to be used for. Let's just get this. The U.S. Department of Transportation has awarded Montgomery over $36 million to improve areas of the Selma to Montgomery Historic Trail. Representative Terry Sewell announced Monday. The funding comes from the DOT Neighborhood Access and, here's that word, Equity Grant Program. It will be used to develop a greenway trailhead and add ADA accessible transportation options along the trail, a news release from Sewell's office says. On the heels of the 59th anniversary of Bloody Sunday, we are thrilled to have secured major federal funding to improve our transportation infrastructure along the Selma to Montgomery Historic Trail, she said. The $36 million investment will help us tell the story of the struggle for the civil rights to more Americans. We're grateful that the Biden-Harris administration is making this possible. It's the taxpayers that make it possible, not Biden, Harris, or even you. Okay, we pay for this. Officials say that the project will rework a building and a brownfield site into locations of microgrids and charging stations and public transit. Now, okay, so charging stations, I'm going to assume this means for people with the Tesla and people with the electric car that got $70,000 often. Who in the hell that lives in Selma, the general public with a median income of $18,000 a year, going to have a Tesla or one of them charging stations? You realize the average car that is an electric car runs $70,000. I think there's one or two that runs about 30. You may get your leg in it, both legs in it if you can. So where is the money, okay, really going? Okay. Now, and also to upgrade the Fairview transfer station to house smart benches, Wi-Fi nodes, wayfinding kiosks, and workforce micro transit hubs. Okay. Now, I don't really know what all that is. I don't know what's a wayfinding kiosk. Anybody know what that is? I never heard of it. Workforce micro transit hub. What in the world is a micro transit hub? I don't have a clue. So we're gonna spend $36 million. By the time all this stuff actually gets built, the folks in Selma will be even worse off than they are now. Okay. But we still got people down there whose houses are falling on the ground. And I just can't figure out why all the money that they send to these states sometimes can be used for anything but really helping poor people. I just can't figure that out. Because if I don't have a decent place to stay, if every time it rains, I get wet, why the hell do I care about a micro transit and a smart bench? Why is it that money, and Terry Sewell needs to answer that. Why is it that the money that always gets sent here can never be used for the people who really need it? We take care of Ukraine, which I don't have no problem with Ukraine, but we take care of them. Why can't we help take care of our own people? For some reason, we find it more palatable to say we take care of somebody overseas than we do to take care of people here. All these that Selma to Montgomery thing would have never happened had it not been for a lot of folks down there in Selma and Montgomery who are in their late 70s or 80s now. So I'm not impressed with you giving me money to put a Wi-Fi node and a wayfinding kiosk. What the hell is a wayfinding kiosk? What's a micro transit hub? I don't know. But I know one thing. Poor folks down there won't be worrying about the charging station. They won't be worrying about that. And I just can't understand why the people down there keep putting the same people in office. Terry Sewell needs to be able to answer these questions. Every time they send money, you can use it for everything, but really helping poor folks with their housing. And every once in a while, I think last year they put $3 million up right here in Montgomery, something. That don't know how to do anything for anybody. If you're lucky and you get on the list, you may, and then they tell you all the things they're not going to help you with. Your house has to almost be laying on the ground for them to help you. And it's a shame that the people that we love to talk about during Black History Week are doing the 7th of Montgomery March are the ones who suffer most now. Okay? I'm right behind that generation. So I get that. I'm not impressed. Somebody needs to tell Terry Shoes off. Elkins is not impressed with $36 million that cannot be used to help the folks who really need it. Okay? They ain't going to have an electric car or a Tesla or an EV from Ford, a truck that costs $100,000. They're going to have. Good morning, on there. Yes. Hmm. Oh, no. Mhm. Oh, that's having the drive buyers. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, well, there's been so many of them. Well, Davis? Mhm. Listen, I always call them, and they never return the call. Yeah, okay. Well, I am. Yeah. I'll call them today. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, okay. All right. Appreciate it. As a matter of fact, the average battery for an electric car runs $5,000 to $20,000 for the battery. Yes, I know they are. Mhm. I guess the key out some sort of okay. Mhm. Well, I don't have a problem with surveillance. I mean, that's a, in other words, will I be able to sit there and hook up my computer to the Wi-Fi while I'm sitting waiting on the bus? Okay, I'm good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Well, and I'm not saying we don't need surveillance because sometimes we do. Good morning. Yes, sir. because we don't really want them. Mhm. Yeah. Because all they just come here and leave nothing back but trash. Yeah, that's good. Hey, appreciate it. Good money on there. Mhm. All right then. Well, it looks like we do have some cheaper cars. As a matter of fact, the Tesla Model Y runs anywhere between mm, 43,000 90 to 52,000. Uh, we've sold 394 of those cars in America. The Tesla Model 3 runs, well, according to what I'm reading, it runs 48,000 to 55,000. Okay, I want to see what these are. Ford Mustang Mach E runs 43 to $65,000. They've sold 40,000. Hyundai runs 41 to 53,000. The Rivian, whoever it's that, runs 78,000 to $99,000. The Ford F-150 was anywhere from 49,000 to $91,000. The Tesla Model X goes from $79,000 to $94,990. The Kia EV6, 42,000 to 61,600. Now they've sold about 18,000 over in America. But the biggest electric car right now is the Tesla Y, which in the United States has sold 394,000 of those. But I doubt if anybody's been selling them with them. Right? Amen. But so you can get money. It's like when I went to the bank one day and I went to borrow money for my business. And the guy said, "Well, your credit's not quite good enough to get money for your business." Well, okay, I knew I had some dings and beans on it, so I wasn't too surprised when they told me that. But on the way out the door, the guy stopped. He said, well, we will loan you money for a car. And so I looked at the guy. I said, well, if I get your car, I could be in Seattle in 72 hours and you'll never see the car again. But if I want to borrow money for my business, and I want to have that business right here in my Germany, you don't loan me money for that. So it seems that in America today, we want to keep the whole and not prosperous. So they'll sell me money for something that loses value. They wouldn't give me money though for something that potentially will grow in value. So I could never figure that one out. We'll loan you money for a car, but we won't loan you money for a business because your credit's not good. So okay,
We'll be back.
on News Radio 1440.
All righty then, everybody. Well, it seems that the great deal on cars. Now we're finna run another business out of town. Hopefully we won't. They'll stay. But it seems that if you own if you are driving well, let me say this. If it seems that if you are driving a Kia or Hyundai in the Montgomery right now, that your car is now your insurance is probably going to go up because your car is being hit more often than other cars in Montgomery and broken into. They're stealing things and stuff like that. Matter of fact, how did they? Well, let's see how did they do that. Let me listen to these guys, see what they got to say about it. They seem to be wanting to break in these cars. I didn't know you could do that. Start a car with a USB cable. That's bad. Mm. Okay, I won't be my next new car won't be unless they fix this problem. So evidently, you can take a USB cable and start your car, start your car. Oh man, woo! Okay then, and you know what? It's probably gonna be a lot easier to steal these things when we all go to electric. Everybody always figures out a way to circumvent security. But here's what I don't like. I'm not going to even call the apartment company's name right now, but in Montgomery. But no security. I mean, I thought Aronde Mitchell had made these people agree to get cameras on their premises. You see, like no camera, and they weren't working that. Oh, so were the cameras not working that night, or they don't have cameras? I mean, at least we can't stop people from stealing from us, but at least we can have some semblance of some sort of assuredness that there's a possibility we may be able to find them. So I'm not going to call the apartment complex name right now, but they don't. You go to WSFA, you can find them. But anyway, so they I mean, come on. It don't cost as much rent as y'all charging out there. Hell, everybody ought to get a free camera. Uh, I mean, they took people's rent up exponentially. Man, I'm just telling you. And now the cameras weren't working. Okay, right, Dave, take care of that. Good morning. Who's this? I'm doing fine, but I'm doing fine. I'll tell you. But anyway, we talking about serious thing now. Till your car gets broken into, or till somebody breaks in your car, stuff like that, and tear the steering column up and everything like that, then you're gonna feel like then you're gonna understand what I'm talking to you about. Anyway, it is 9:41. Let's take a break. We'll come back right after this. So if you got a Hyundai or Kia, you might wanna, you might wanna check it out and put some more security on. Put a dog in it or something like that. That way you can, hey, bite them. Well, just tie the dog to the. Hey, just tie the dog to the car bumper. Okay, and listen. But well, it helps because he can get under the car if it started raining. You don't have to worry about nothing, and he can protect your car when somebody walks up on it. I'm just thinking, right now, yeah, let's get us a car dog. Okay, a dog for the car. Okay, I just think, come think about that. I'm going to take credit for that idea. That's a that's a pretty good idea because nobody ever wants a dog to bite them. I'm just saying they don't want that to happen. We'll be back with the last segment, the epilogue, as we would call it in the biz. After that, I sure hope nobody starts breaking in escapes. My sure go right. We'll be back. 860-1440 is the number.
A gorgeous Tuesday afternoon. Temperatures topping out in the low 70s with a mix of sun and clouds. Tonight, chilly, but not quite as cold as the last two nights. We're down into the lower to middle 40s with a few clouds around. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds again tomorrow. We're up into the mid 70s. We'll have a few more clouds Thursday with just a small chance of a shower or storm. Highs in the upper 70s. Rain and storms are then more likely Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at times. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month. And that is huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So, if you're self employed or part of the gig economy, or you just have a plan you're happy with, call right now. You get less than 2 minutes. So, see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. It's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855.
Sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2794. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-2794. That's 800-575-2794. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Introducing Tenside Stone Tile Flooring, a game changer in the tile industry. Say goodbye to the trade-off between durability and easy installation with Tenside's revolutionary indoor-outdoor stone tile. Visit Tenside.com to see how our tile is installed without concrete or mortar. Instead, our innovative rubber gasket system connects the tiles together. Each tile coming pre-assembled, you simply grab one and place it. No expertise needed. At Tensai.com, You can see how our foam bag tiles contour to cover any existing floor while insulating against sound and cold. Beautiful and versatile. Tanside tile adapts to indoor or outdoor use, from kitchens to patios, on concrete basements or wooden decks. All with the durability of stone that's guaranteed for life. Witness this innovative product yourself and Kyrie was miserable until a friend
Next time I fall.
Lavage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Lavage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Lavage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Lavage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. The internet is vast and unending, but you don't have to go that far to hear your favorite talk show hosts. Search, stop, and listen at newsradio1440.com.
And we are back. That's good music. Beautiful chair. Okay, I don't give that title to too many people. So we can play the piano or whatever he goes and bass, whatever. Here's what Chicago back in the old days. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out why I don't look my age, and I think it's because I drank milk. Yeah, I think it's milk. I think I look younger than I am. You got to have milk, and you got to at least drink 5 or 6 glasses a week. Okay, and you'll stay young. Young, and you got to have a good attitude. You can't let people get you all upset, and all mad, and stuff like that. You can't do it. Put a big frowns in your face and everything too. I'm just trying to figure. I was good to be 67 almost. I can't believe it. I don't even feel that old. Maybe my mother got it wrong on the birth certificate. I don't know. But thank God that he talked to you I understand a lot of guys out there at 60. Okay, I'm not 67 yet. I'm 67 in May if I live in that house. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, okay. I'm not doing anything. But I ain't the Hulk either. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, good morning to y'all. Just 100 of y'all, raise your hand. Look good for your age. Just raise your hand. Hey, I see you over there. And I see you over there. And I see you over there. Yeah, I see all of them. Good. Put your hands down there. That's what I'm talking about. So you still look good to have some age on you. Okay? But I tell you something. One thing that women, I don't think, appreciate is gray hair. Women look good in gray hair. It has a look of sophistication like no other person. I mean, gray hair on a woman, they got to comb it. I ain't talking some of these weird hairdos that people wearing. Your hair look like you ain't combed it like for 3 weeks. Or you washed it, you didn't comb. I can't stand them hairstyles. But the color itself, I think women look good with gray hair. Say you. 860-1440 is the number. If you are a woman with gray hair out there, please call up the show. I can congratulate you. We're not trying to change your color and all that stuff. But keep your hair the way it is. That's what I'm talking about. Although some of y'all can do with a comb. because the new style y'all wearing scared the hell out of me. I'm just saying, y'all might want to think about doing something about that. I ain't saying you got to put a press iron on and all that stuff. I'm just saying just all comb, so it don't look all nappy, on top of your head. But other than that, though, you good. I love red haired women. I just think it makes them look, whoo, makes them look hot. Anyway, 860-1440. Let's go to Mobile, Alabama right now, where a video was shown that a LaFleur student put his gun to another student's head as the initial shot shooting. A LaFleur High School student shot a fellow student during a physical altercation in the school in January. They pursued him as he was falling down the hallway. He pointed the gun at his head and beat on the shooter. The victim testified, but the victim testified about that, but invoked his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination when the defense attorney Christian Fernandez asked him if he had started the incident. Well, whether he started the incident or not, you're not supposed to have a gun on school ground. Okay? Alex Kisner, a Mobile police detective, testified that she seen video that confirmed the victim's account. Okay? So you know, I mean, kids have always fought. Yesterday we got about five cents. I don't care. Right? Those grown folks break it up and take care of kids. Kids will always fight in school. They're bringing guns, knives, baseball bats, and stuff like that. Okay, that's out loud. If you're gonna be a man, don't be a man. Well, humano. Okay, man on man, forget all that weapons and all that stuff. The shooting occurred on January 30th at lunchtime. A bullet from the gun grazed the intended target's hip and continued into his torso. The 17-year-old student was uninvolved in the altercation. Kinder testified that another student gave the gun to the defendant, whose name has been withheld under the law protecting the confidentiality of defendants younger than age 17. We need to do away with that law. If people want to do grown-up crime, they need to have grown-up consequences. Their face needs to be splashed all over the paper too. Okay? The only difference would be, when you reach grown-up age, I think we get your record expunged if you can stay out of trouble. But we need to know the thugs in the neighborhood too. We need to know what some of these kids doing. These are not the same kids of the 1950s or even the 1960s, and to some extent, not even in 1970s. But 80 and 90, yeah, they call that stuff. Who disagrees with that? If your neighbor is doing something bad, we need to have his name in the paper also, so we know to lock the door just in case. Okay? Hey, 14 now. Anybody disagree that we need to start putting kids under 18 name and likeness in the newspaper when they do heinous crime? If they do wrong, I'm not talking about stealing the candy bar, okay, from the store. But you do a crime with a gun, you break in, you commit robbery and things of that nature. We need to know you in the hood. We need to know where you live, where your parents are. And I tell you something, even though I feel sorry for the parents up there, wherever it is, the mom is going to jail because they did not secure their weapon in that house. It's time. But here's the caveat. If we're going to start holding parents responsible for the actions of their kids, which we ought to, you better darn well give the parents the ability to chastise their kids in whatever manner, besides beating the hell out of them, in whatever manner they need to. Okay, and stop this. I'm gonna call 911. Okay, so the government is partly responsible for this. So these kids now think they can just pick up the phone, call 911, and the parents don't want to. They don't want somebody to come taking them off their job. Okay, put handcuffs on them because some kid then called down to the police station and said, "My daddy didn't whoop my butt. He beat me." Well, some of y'all need to beat me. I never had to do that. I only smacked both my kids once. It was such a good smack until they didn't forget. Okay, so I only had to do it once to both of them, only once. I'm just, Anyway, so HXO 1440. So am I wrong? Am I wrong? Of course I'm. Am I wrong that we need to, put these kids uh, under the same judgment as we do grown folks? Yeah, okay. If you're over 13, yeah, I think if you're 13 and above, I think you want to be treated as an adult when you do adult crimes. You get this feeling sorry for them. However, the only difference being is that when you get a certain age, 18 years old, if you haven't done anything, we let you start with a clean slate. Sponge your record. Other than that, you need some consequences too. I went out to the DIS. I went out to the DIS a couple weeks ago, over in Fire Ministry. They did they had a graduation out there. And it was interesting to see those young men out there, and which could have been me years ago when I was some of their age. It could have been me. But it was interesting to see how no dads were there, only mom, only mom. I think it ought to be a class one, which one's the class three misdemeanor to not be involved with your child. And if you can't be involved with your child, then you need to come to jail and spend the weekend. Good. We're not going to let you go to work and come to jail and spend the weekends in jail. If you can't be, and here's one more thing. One more thing. Well, I don't have time for that right now, but I'll do it tomorrow. Hey, come on, who's this? Okay. I knew my donkey. I knew that. But one more thing. I believe if two parents are separated and they get divorced, whatever the case may be, and there's a piece of paper saying that father can see his child on the second Saturday and the fourth Saturday of the month, well, that woman should not be able to call the police and have to, we don't want to see you. No, we need to fix that with the DA. All right, time's up. I gotta go. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow. Have a great day.
News Radio 1440.